Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Kat and I make videos related to luxury, lifestyle and fashion. So if you enjoy such videos, remember to subscribe and let's get started. Today is going to be the day I am going to share with you some LV unboxings, and this is from the Takashi Murakami collaboration with LV. And I know that there has been so much talk about the recent launch that just happened a few days ago, and I went to the Singapore pop-up over at Joo Chiat, and I want to share with you a bit more about my experiences and some of the tokens that I get and how to use it and what I got as well. So if you enjoy videos around handbags, luxury, unboxings, reviews, then I do make videos like that. But at the same time, my channel is really not just about bags, but I also showcase my family, my kid, and if you enjoy such content, then consider subscribing, and let's get started. There's a couple of stuff that I got from my essay, really lovely essay. This essay is not somebody that I have known for very long. In fact, I have just recently met him in December actually, and he turned out to be really helpful, really lovely. He's been working in LV for many years. Definitely a very helpful person, and we could hit it off, and we were also talking about things and personal stuff and family vacations, what we collect. And so I think that there was definitely very good chemistry, and I just felt really comfortable with my essay. And I haven't met any essays so far that gave me that kind of insight to the brand, or would share with me in a very enthusiastic way about upcoming launches. There are some essays that I've met over the years that didn't really have a clue specifically on the various launches. I recall there was one essay that I was asking, and when the LV Murakami launch was about to happen, I think the news was only released like 2-3 months ago, like probably sometime in October, September. However, that Singapore essay didn't have a clue. That essay just mentioned, yeah, LV just has a lot of various collaboration and launches, so you just have to keep a lookout for it. That's just my experience of essays in the past few years, but I definitely hit it off with my current essay, and thanks to him, I've managed to score a couple of pieces. So that's just my experience shopping in the LV store in Singapore. The client advisor or sales advisor that you have is really important, and I pre-ordered my items prior, about a month prior to the launch, and got me a couple of some of these little tags that's meant to come with the packaging. So these are how the packaging looks like, and it comes with like a typical yellow LV box. 20 years ago, when it was first launched, I definitely was too young to even purchase anything at that time, and 20 years later with the new collaboration, I'm just so excited to get my hands on these pieces. Here it is. Yes, such a beauty. No other than the Speedy 20 in the super flat collection. I love this piece because, if you guys don't know, I am a fan of Takashi Murakami's art. Whenever he has his art exhibition in Singapore, my husband and I would be there finding and getting those tickets, trying to attend whatever that we can and wherever that we can, especially if he's in Singapore. I'm so excited to have this piece in my collection. So what I notice about this piece as compared to the typical classic Speedy 20 is that there is a difference. If you own a Speedy classic one, Speedy 20, you will notice that there's a bit of a difference. The logo is all facing you. right? The LV is all facing you. It's not the other way around. And there's an extra layer of lining over here. Zipper here, it's definitely wide, so it goes all the way, no difference here. But this is how it looks like inside, and it says 20-year anniversary celebration, Louis Vuitton and Murakami. And the lining is in suede, not suede, but I must correct myself. It's microfiber in a fuchsia pink. And the straps, it's more shoulder length drop, and this one is not detachable. This one is literally on the hardware itself, on the leather vachetta. And there is 4 holes. More gold over here. I've not removed these little plastic yet, but I will do so very soon, or probably I'll let it just drop off. It's not really very obvious. And I wore this piece to the pop-up very recently, and I've got a token. There was a couple of things like stickers, Tamaguchi, there was what else? There was like some trading cards as well. And I believe that the trading cards was the most high value. I got the stickers in the end, and it seems like everybody just loved the Murakami coins. This token that came together with my pieces. So if you buy one bag or one item within the collaboration, then you'll get a token. Let me know in other countries, if you've got an item, do you also end up getting a token? This token can only be used in the pop-ups in your area. So I believe that the pop-up doesn't last for the whole month. I believe it's only 3 weeks, and if your items only come after that, then this is going to be obsolete. But I plan to use this and convert this into a necklace. So my husband really liked this, so I'm saving this for him. And yeah, it's a very, very cute coin. You're supposed to throw it into the machine, and I was actually very sad and disappointed that I ended up just getting stickers, because that's not really my first choice. But anyway, I'm happy either ways. I'm very grateful to be getting luxury bags and getting my hands on some of these pieces, which I've actually pre-ordered. There was one piece that didn't come. I actually did a review years ago about the Speedy 20, comparing Speedy 20 with the Speedy Nano, and now you can see that I own 2 Speedy 20, and there is a big difference. So this is the classic one. If you own the classic, you will know that the LV is facing you, but when I turn it around, it's actually all wrapped up in one layer. Whereas for the Murakami ones, it all goes straight. It basically is upright. Okay, and also the backing is different. Do you notice? So there is a line for the Murakami version, and let me also observe the finishing touches. The vachetta, of course, I've had this for about 3 years, and it has naturally have this golden shade of patina. You'll notice the chain for the Murakami is a lot thicker, the D-ring I meant, and just look at the classic one. So that's the difference. So I believe for the D-ring, if you look at the original pieces that was launched 20 years ago, the D-ring is actually a lot thicker, a lot more chunkier compared to the mainstream ones. So I guess they're also paying homage to the older versions. for the hardware here as well. So it's a lot thicker. If you notice the D-rings and the chains, the claps here as well. This one is a lot thinner, whereas this one, it is a lot more thicker. So definitely a little bit of difference. And the zips are similar, not much difference over there. And this is a made in France piece. And if you ask me why did I choose the same piece when I've already got a classic piece that I own. Handles are in the black and white one. The Speedy 20 is a very classic piece from the house of LV. Literally a heritage piece. They were only launched back in the 1930s, so I feel like this piece is like so timeless, and these prints are really just so Takashi Murakami. It's literally just one look and you just know that it really belongs to the contemporary artist Takashi Murakami. So I actually got 4 pieces from these launch, and 3 out of 4 of my pieces came. All right, you probably figure out it's no other than the Neverfull, the classic Neverfull in super flat. I am really excited that I have this in my collection. I've not used this. This is literally brand new. I have already an organizer in there, and with this little clutch as well. This is so Murakami, isn't it? I love it. And let's just look in here. Also in fuchsia. Pink. I own also another Neverfull in the Kabuki collection that I bought back in 2018, and I've also done a very detailed review of that bag back in 2018. And I don't own a Neverfull in the Vachetta leather. These flowers are not printed on. I feel like they won't get sticky over time. Yeah, I had some pieces from LV with like the Grace Coddington launch as well as the Kabuki launch. Yeah. They just started to like really have that sticky kind of tacky texture, but I don't see that these pieces are actually like stickers or that's stuck on, you know. They're really like embossed within the canvas. They're literally printed on the canvas together with the print as well. I don't see that it's like literally embossed in, so that is a good thing. The canvas also feels a lot more thicker, like it doesn't feel like thin flowers. So there's also a bit of difference. You'll notice that if you look at the purple stem over here, it doesn't repeat itself on this side. So the whole look is that they're really very intentional when it comes to the stitching, and they really try their best to make sure that everything, all the flowers blend well. And let's look at this one a little bit closely. Yeah, I saw a couple of unboxings, not really up close pictures of the bag, but I think this would just give you some more insight on how the flowers are actually printed on, and I could tell that they've really done a really good job. Look at the stems. Look at the detail here and how they're so intentional when it comes to connecting it. And I think it comes with like these kind of details. They're really important to me. And just imagine getting a bag and then knowing that the whole flowers, they don't even match. I think that's like scary. That's just the worst feeling ever. So the third piece that I got is no other than this little baby miniature charm, black multicolor one. And this one's really cute. I'm already starting to use it. What can fit in there? My chains from NYX Fashion Shop, and I'll link NYX Fashion Shop down below. They make beautiful bag chains and D-rings and chains and bag chain extensions. So this is from Anya B. What I noticed, and something that you can also share, anybody who's got a charm, is that the leather is actually really soft. And that's not, to me, I think that's not really an amazing thing, because I prefer if the straps was a little bit more thicker, like a little bit more sturdier as compared to that. Of course, like this little one is a bit more thicker here, like the handle, but the strap is a little bit thin for my liking, because I think over time it might get even more soft. So I think that is something that I will have to bear in mind to really look after it. It fits my coin just like that. What else? It also fits, it doesn't fit a huge lipstick for sure. It doesn't. It fits my earphones. What else? It fits the, like, you know, a little bit of knickknacks and headbands and rubber bands. But this is really a very, very cute charm, which I love. And I see it more of, when I got it, of course, I think this is just such a crazy thing to buy. But I'm such a micro bag and bag charm person. And when it comes to specific bag charms that I know that I will definitely find a lot of joy using, I just love pairing this with my other bags as well. So I love to have bags on bags anyway. So this goes with the auntie, the LV auntie that is also a recent new in. And I got this from an exchange that I did with an LV smelly bag that I will link down below as well. That's like my last video on how I actually got hold and why I've decided to get a Speedy 25 in Damia Ibn. So check that out if you plan on thinking whether or not you want to get a Speedy 25 or Speedy 20. This is the difference in the size. So very, very big difference really, right? Very big difference, the Speedy 25 and the Speedy 20. This is my everyday bag. I use this to work today. This is my third piece that I got, the black multicolor in a charm. I will unbox that fourth piece. It's actually coming from the multicolor collection, and that's also a very, very fun piece. And something about the whole pre-ordering system is that I paid everything. I literally put in a full deposit on it, but upon receiving or upon getting my items, because I went to the store to collect my pieces, and the SA mentioned to me that unfortunately the fourth piece is not available. He will then keep a lookout for me when that time comes when they have to order it back of house. So there's a little bit of an ordering system. What I noticed is that it doesn't mean that if you put on a full deposit, you actually can get your item. You might not actually get that item that you want. So this fourth piece is not my first choice, but the piece that I managed to get next is my second best choice. So you can imagine that with this whole launch and pre-order, I'm sure that there would be a couple of customers, or I want to know from you as well what you think. Have you managed to receive your pre-orders? Have you managed to receive all of the pre-orders that you have? Did you have to end up getting alternatives because your first orders weren't able to be fulfilled by LV in the first place, because there was really just no stock at all? It can't be ordered. The SA's hands were tied. So let me know in the comment section down below, like, how was your experience with getting hold of your items? Because I feel that for the charms and for the super flat collection, these pieces are still available online. You can still add this to cart, you can still check it out. But I know from some people that it is very, very difficult to still get it checked out. Like, you have to refresh, you reload the page a couple of times before you can actually get hold, and items can only be sent to you 3 to 4 weeks later. This, I know, the Neverfull in Singapore, it can be shipped out to you within a week. However, for the Speedy 20, it takes 3 to 4 weeks before you can actually get your bag. So I noticed that the multicolor bags are a lot more sought after in this collection, simply because when I went on the LV site and I scrolled through multicolor versus super flat collection, the multicolors were all unavailable. They were just having that sign, notify me. In the event, if you want to purchase it, you need to call customer service for it. That's something that I've observed for Singapore market. But these super flat collection, like the Speedy, you can still add that to cart. Neverfull, you can still add that to cart. No worries on that. I'm not sure whether this would be available still, but this was quite a cute, or in fact, this was a very popular charm in Singapore where a lot of people really wanted their hands on this one. I'll probably check again to see if it's still available on the Louis Vuitton website in Singapore. But this retails for about Singapore dollars 1,500 plus, and definitely a much more premium, steep price point as compared to the mainstream ones, which is so I can completely understand it, because it is a limited edition, it is a collaboration. Typically collaborations for Louis Vuitton run a little bit more higher in terms of price point. But in terms of my observation over the launch and this highly anticipated launch, my thoughts about it is that I am very happy that this collaboration is back on again after 20 years. I think if I was Takashi Murakami, and I would be so happy. Every day I would be just I would be just pinching myself and just thinking, man, literally, right? The whole world is just going crazy with my designs, and I'm able to relive this excitement again after 20 years. Takashi Murakami collaboration was the longest collaboration that LVMH has ever done with any artist. So it ran from 2003 to 2016. So it definitely says a lot during that time. And now that it has been launched again, it really brought back that whole Y2K, year 2000, fresh, fun vibes. And that's what I love. I think with luxury and these pieces, right? I mean, owning all these pieces, you're just supposed to feel like it's supposed to be like a very aspirational, fun piece to own. I don't even need this, right? Like, I can just live without this. These are just wants. These are just material things. It wouldn't pay my electricity bills. It wouldn't pay my children's education. But these are things that from time to time we buy, just like whatever suits your fancy. If it's something that brings you joy, then go for it. If it's something that is within your means and you're purchasing something that's within your means, then so be it. Don't pursue luxury as if it is your life, and don't be over consumed, and don't be so all consuming with having luxury and all these things as your life. And I feel like life experiences and life is supposed to be about embracing just simple moments, like spending time with your family, spending time with your children, going out, walking in the park and enjoying that freedom and smelling the flowers as you walk by in the park, and having to feel the breeze while you just walk in the park, and you're able to walk and you're able to be healthy and you're not bedridden. I feel like that is life. In my channel, I do show a lot of unboxings. I do show lifestyle related content that can appear really materialistic and shallow. I agree. Yes, we do live in a very shallow world. We do live in a place where we are literally bombarded with every form of social media or everything around us that is thrusting to tell us to just spend and take our money. That's what marketers do. That's what companies do. They want you to spend. They want you to buy something from them. But at the end of the day, just remain and stay prudent and stay intentional in terms of where you spend your money. And I feel that, of course, these purchases are pretty big purchases if you really just gradually add them up. But at the same time, there are also pieces that I have managed to let go and rehome as well. My collection is ever changing. I think if you really just look back 4 years ago versus where my bag collection has been right now, the pieces are literally, there are certain pieces that have still remain, but there are pieces that I have decided to rehome, because I know that I can't just be keeping every single piece and hoarding it. Yes, there's a difference between collecting versus hoarding. I just feel that I'm not a true collector. For example, I won't be collecting every single SKU from the Murakami launch, because I think I'm going to be bankrupt. If you do like something from any collection, from LV or be it any brands, it is okay to get one piece, right? But definitely live within your means, spend within your means, don't go overboard. Be prudent about how you spend, because we are living in an economy right now that is extremely uncertain, and there is a lot of redundancies and restructuring that is happening right now. So there is inflation that's going on globally, and I know that my channel talks about unboxings and consumption. I think after this launch, I don't think that there's ever any other launches that I am even remotely thinking of or getting, because with the Murakami, if it's like, for example, if Murakami were to collab with Louis Vuitton, for example, sign me up on those pre-orders, because I am getting it. Or for example, if Takashi Murakami is doing a collaboration with another luxury house, it doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton, but it can be any other bag related brand or brand that happens to manufacture bags, sign me up, right? But if Takashi Murakami were to do some collaboration with speakers or headphones or TVs, or then it doesn't really excite me, because it's not, because I'm a bag lover. So if you marry bag plus my artist at the same time, my artist that I love, then it's just magic. It is magic. I think that's the word, magic. So I think maybe some of you might resonate with me as well in terms of this collaboration, that it's a very, very special collaboration. It's vibrant, it's colorful, it's fresh, it's fun, and I think that is what fashion should be, and it should be about individuality. Let me know what you think about the latest collaboration. I would be very, very interested to know, and let me know what you got, and did you receive pieces that you've pre-ordered, or did you end up getting credit notes for it? Everybody stay safe, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!
Chatting in a coffee shop,